Hi everyone, my name is Brandon, you're watching Jozi To Germany, and the reason I've made this channel is because as of next year I'm going to be spending a year in Germany as an au pair, which for those of you who don't know is basically like an exchange program, but instead of studying at a school, you go and live with a host family and you help to take care of the kids for a certain amount of time. In my case, that will be 1 year, and there'll be 2 kids that I'll be basically like a big brother to. I'm not going to say who the kids are or any description of them because I'm not comfortable putting that information on the internet. But the reason I wanted to really start this channel was, I suppose, to document my journey over the next year. But the reason that I've started making these videos, even though I'm not in Germany yet, is because there are certain questions that I have about Germany that I'm going to ask now, and I'm going to also try and give the answer that I'm expecting, so that when I actually get to Germany I can do a follow-up video. And so I will try my best in that follow-up video to answer all of these questions that I have. So anyway, this is going to be a list of things that I am curious about and things that I'd like to find out about Germany and about German people and the German language once I'm there. So obviously it makes sense that I start this list now when I'm in my home country, which for those of you who don't know is South Africa. I live in Johannesburg, and the nickname of Johannesburg is Jozi, so that's why my channel is called Jozi To Germany. Number 1, I'm curious to know if the different German dialects that I've heard about really are that different, and if they are, how difficult are they to actually understand? I've heard about different German dialects, not just one sort of language that spreads across, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Luxembourg, Belgium, etc., etc. And I'm very, very curious to find out once I'm actually there if these languages are actually that different, and if so, are they that difficult to understand? My guess would be yes, they are quite different, and yes, they will be quite difficult to understand. The reason being the fact that dialects can actually differ so much. So far, I have not had a lot of trouble understanding Swiss German, but Austrian German, it seems to me like a different language. So that's the first question that I would like my future self to answer. How different are the German dialects from each other? And if they are different, how difficult are they to understand? 2, how far can a euro take you? This is a bit of a strange one, right? But because I live in South Africa, we don't use euros. We use a currency called rands, R-A-N-D. The euro is much stronger than the rand, and really the only other country I've ever been to so far is the United States, where about $5 could buy you a pretty good cheap meal. So I'm curious to see how far a euro can actually take me in Germany. What can I buy? Number 3, I may need to rephrase this in a follow-up video. Exactly how different is German culture from South African culture? What I mean by this is specifically aimed towards the people. So I'm actually very curious to see how many of those stereotypes about Germany are actually true. My expectation for the answer of this is that no, it probably won't be as true because it's a stereotype and obviously you can't generalize people. However, one very petty thing that I've always been very curious to find out about Germany is the restaurant service. And number 2, no pun intended, I've heard from so many people that apparently you have to pay to use many public bathrooms, not just in Germany, but in Europe. That seems really strange to me. I understand the reasoning behind it. You need to pay people for the maintenance and upkeep of these things. But I'm just curious, is that true, really? Again, my guess for this answer would be yes, and it will just have to be something that I get used to. Number 4, I'm curious to see how English as a language and how American culture actually influence the German people. The reason behind this is because a few weeks ago, I was actually trying to look up the top 100 German songs list. The reason being I wanted to get to know a little bit of German music and try and learn it because I play guitar. The thing was that I clicked on a few of these links, and aside from a few seemingly obscure German names, most of the songs that were listed were actually English songs by American bands. I did more research into this, and it seems as though American culture, or rather English culture, has influenced Germany and Germans a lot more than the world thinks. So again, I'm curious about this, I'd like to find out, and my expectation, or the answer that I'm expecting, is that no, it has not influenced Germany as much as I think, and I hope it hasn't. Number 5. Okay, so for this one, again, I'm sorry, I don't really have a sort of title for what I'm trying to find out or what I'm trying to explain here. What I'm looking for is just general differences in the German lifestyle versus the South African lifestyle. And with this, I'm particularly looking for differences in home life, social interaction, the differences between work and off time. So again, I can't really predict an answer for this because it's not a yes or no type thing. However, I will have to get back to past me on this when future me does a video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Quick little video. Feel free to subscribe. Leave your comments, likes, and questions down below, and I will try and answer all and any of them.